Good day everyone. My name is Tlotlo and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do like and subscribe so that you don't miss out on any videos I'll be posting, any future videos I'll be posting, so that you don't miss out on them. Do subscribe, and then if this video is helpful to you guys, please do like and share with others you think they might benefit from this video. So without wasting any more of your time, let's jump straight into the question paper. So today we'll be doing VLOOKUP and VLOOKUP together with the if function and also the HLOOKUP function. So this is what this video will mostly be based or will be focused on. So yeah, let's get straight into the question paper. So this is our answer sheet. So this is how our answer sheet is supposed to look like, and then we have our question paper on the side. We have our question paper on the side. So okay, so this is part of the question paper. So this is only part of the things that will be focused on. I didn't take out the entire question paper because I was just focused on the most important aspect, which is our calculations. So if I'm moving too fast for you guys in this video, because I don't want to make this video so long, if I'm moving too fast, please just rewind and repeat. Yeah, just rewind and repeat everything. Okay, so let's jump straight into the question paper. We'll be doing, okay, so question 1. So this question paper goes like, so I have the question paper with me, and then they're saying it's question 10. So this is our question 10A, the information which I cut out. So it's question 10A, and then number 1, they're saying retrieve the file travel from your computer N6. So we all know how to retrieve, and then they say as a header. Number 2, they're saying as a header, insert the question number and computer that you're sitting on. So we all know how to do that. And then number 3, they say change the font of the entire document to Arial 10 point. So how do you do that? You just highlight everything. You just highlight everything, and then we change to Arial 10. So it says 10, but then we'll just make it 12 here so that we all can see. So we all can see what's happening in the video, but then you have to make it Arial 10 during your question paper. And then number 4, they said insert formula for functions where the letter of the alphabet appears to do the following calculations. Bold and center all the answers below. And then we come into our A. So that part is done, and then we have our A until the end of our question paper. So A, they say assign the name to the reference table in cell A15 to C21. A15. So this is our A15 to C21. So we need to assign this to as what? As name. So how do you do that? You just highlight everything, and then you come on this name box here where it's written A15, and I just click there and then rename it as what? As name. Let me just do it in capital letter, name, and then you say enter. So don't forget to press enter after you're done with that. So now we have assigned the name to this table right here. And then going back to our question paper, so let me just do this. Assign the name, so we are done with this. Reference, use the reference table and the appropriate function to calculate and display the name column. So we need to use a function to calculate what? The name column. So meaning this column. we need to calculate this. So we need to use what? An appropriate function. So already when we see this table and then we need to calculate this, we know that it's a what? It's a VLOOKUP, which is what? A vertical lookup. And then this is a HLOOKUP. So if you have to use this table here, you must know that you need to use what? An HLOOKUP, because it's a horizontal lookup. Horizontal lookup. So what will be happening is simple. We'll say is equal to, so the function is equal to VLOOKUP. And then the lookup criteria, we're looking up who? We're looking up this person, which is Chipote. And then we say comma, the table area. So this is the table. You can type name or you can just highlight just like I did here, but then automatically after you highlight, it will write name here. So you can just simply write name already, and or you can highlight the way I did, and then you say comma, the column. So we're looking for what? We're looking for name. So name is in column what? So there's surname, there's gender, and then there's name. So name is in column number 3. So this is 1, 2, and then 3. So we say comma, 3, 0, and then we close our bracket and then enter. So they're saying Chipote is Vonani. So it's Chipote Vonani. So Chipote Vonani. So it's true. So what do we need to do? We just need to drag down the rest of the answers. If you missed anything that I've done here, just rewatch the video. So I'm trying to make this video as short as I can. So I'll be moving pretty quickly. And then we're coming to our agenda. So B. So B, they say assign the name gender. Gender to the reference table in cell B23 to H24. So B23. So this is our B23 to H. They said H or G. Question paper H24. So H24, as you can see that there is nothing here. So I think they made a mistake by saying H24. So it's until this G20, G24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, just until G24. So maybe they might have made a mistake. So you need to assign this to what? To gender. Then you say enter. After you're done with that, now we need to use a function to calculate. Use the appropriate function to calculate and display the gender column. So gender column being this. So okay, so the gender column, this is the gender column. I'm sorry about that. This is the gender column that we need to calculate. So we say is equal to. So we're using what? This table. So when we're using this table, I've already said that we're using the what formula? Which formula? It's the HLOOKUP. So you can just double click here, and then the lookup value. What are we looking up? We're looking for who? For Chipote. And then we say comma, the table. So we know we need to highlight this table, but then you can simply write what? Gender, because you've already assigned the name gender to what? To this table. So after you write the name gender, automatically it shows you what's happening in the table. And then you say comma, row number. So row number. So the gender is in which what row number what? So we have row number 1 and then we have 2. So of course we'll be looking at row number 2. So we'll say row number 2, and then we say comma 0, close bracket, and then enter. Then we have our male. So Chipote is male. So here's Chipote. It's what? It's male. And then we just drag down everything. We have the rest of the information just like that. So they also said we must sort and filter. We must sort this information according to the surname. So I forgot that before we started. So but then you can simply just highlight everything and then sort and filter. So and then you just sort and filter A to Z. So A to Z. So just like that. Now the first name is let's also, and then so it's sorted alphabetically. Okay, so now we're moving on. Where are we? I think we are coming to our departure of stay in days. Duration, not departure. Yeah, duration of stay in days. Let me just fix this. Yeah. Okay, so going back to our information, they said they said calculate the duration of stay in days by using the value given in D5. Display the values as numbers with 0 decimals or no decimals. We need to calculate what? Duration of stay in days. Using the value given in what? D5. So the value given in D5. So this is our D5. And then we need to calculate what? Departure of duration of stay in days. So what do we need to use? We say is equal to, which one is bigger? So this is bigger. So this is March and then this is January. So we'll say this minus this. Then we say enter. So you check which one is bigger. So we're looking for the differences between the 2 days. We're looking for the differences between the 2 days, because this is the date, departure date, and then this is the arrival date. So this person arrived on this day, and then this person departed, she departed on this day. So she arrived on January and then she left when? On March. So it's 28 days that she stayed. So this is how you calculate it, and then you can simply what? Simply drag down. So when you drag down, you'll get the wrong information, the wrong answers. Why? Because now you're doing N6. So this video is mostly for N6. So you already know that in such a case, you need to use absolute cell referencing. I don't know if they talk about that. So they don't mention that because that's something you need. That's something you should already know. So let's look at our function. So our formula here is supposed to say what? It's supposed to say this minus this. So let's see what happened. So this went down instead of staying on the cell. It went down to the departure cell. So as you go down, it will also keep going down. So it said this and this instead of staying here. So absolute cell referencing is making sure that this doesn't change when we drag down. So how do we do that? We're gonna use dollar signs before the letter and before the number, and then we say enter. Now when we drag down, all the information will be correct. I don't know if we all saw that. Okay, so now we're moving on. If ever you missed it, please go back and rewatch the video. And then the same duration of stay in weeks. So calculate the duration of stay in weeks. Display the values with 1 decimal. Okay, so here they said 0 decimal. So the 58 is 0 decimals. And then, yeah. Now they say duration of stay in weeks. Display the value with 1 decimal. So going back, duration of stay in weeks. So this is in days. So we need to turn this into days. So how do we do that? We say is equal to days, and then we have 7 days in a week. We have what? 7 days in a week. So we'll say what? We'll say times 7, not times 7, divided by 7 actually. Divided by 7, because we want to see how many times can the 7 go into this 58, and then we say enter. So they said it should be there should be 2 decimal places. So let's just cancel some of the decimals. So it should be like this with 1 decimal place, not 2 decimal place. They said 1 decimal place. So this is 8 weeks. So this into weeks is 8 weeks. So after you get that, you can simply what? you can simply drag down, and then it will give you all your different weeks. So 12 weeks, this 89 days, it's 12 weeks, and then the 72 days, it's 10 weeks, kanjalo kanjalo. And then we're moving on to E. E, they saying use the appropriate function to display the frequent flyer or newcomer. If the duration of stay in weeks is equal to or higher than 8 weeks, display frequent flyer. Otherwise, display newcomer. So in this case, they're saying if. So once they say if, you must know that you need to use what? The if function. We need to use what? The if function. Once they say if, you must simply know that you need to use what? The if function. So if duration of stay in weeks is equal to or higher than 8 weeks. So we're coming back and then we're writing our formula. So they're saying is equal to, okay, let me just use this function. You can say formula and then come to logical, and then you have your if function. So they're saying use what? Duration of stay in weeks. So say this, we're saying if this is greater or equal to 8 weeks, then what should happen? Is greater than 8 weeks. If that is greater than 8 weeks, if it's equals to or higher than 8 weeks, display frequent. Otherwise, newcomer. Can we to our question paper? So let me just remove this. If it's greater or equal to 8 weeks, then it should say frequent flyer. If it's above 8 weeks, then this person is a frequent flyer. But then otherwise, it should say what? Newcomer. So if it's below 8 weeks, it means it needs to say newcomer. So as we can see, this is 8,3. So it's above the 8. So if it's above the 8, it says what? It's supposed to say frequent flyer. So let's see if it will say frequent flyer. So it does say frequent flyer. And then you can simply drag down the rest of the formula. So this is 10 weeks, it's frequent flyer. 12 weeks, frequent, of course. So these two are newcomers because they are below the what? They are below the 8. They are below the 8. Okay, now we need to put in the remark. So the last formula, they say use the appropriate function to display the remark if the duration of stay in days is equal to or higher than 75 days. Okay, so a remark if the duration of stay in days. So now we need to use what? Duration of stay in days. So now we need to use the duration of stay in days. Okay, so let's go back to our answer sheet. So equals to, so you can type this formula down. You say it's equals to if. So we're also using the if function here, and then open bracket, and then we're using what? Duration of stay in weeks. If this is greater or equals to 75 days, I think 75. Okay, so I have the question paper with me. So they're saying if is equals to or higher than 75 days, display, if true, display what? So you must put in the quotation mark and then you say traveler. Display traveler, and then quotation mark, and then comma. After that we say if the, and then the statement continues to say if the duration of stay in days is equal to or higher than 44, display seldom traveler. So we continue with our if. So we're using another if. We're using if on top of if. So we say open bracket, and then if this is greater or equals to 44, it must display what? Display quotation marks, and then it says display seldom travels, and then we close the quotation marks. Otherwise, display home body. So meaning value if false, it must say what? Value if false, home body. And we close our quotation, and then we close the first bracket, and we close the second bracket, and then we say enter. So when you say enter, you get your cell DOM. Why? Because in days it is above 44, but then it is below what? It is below the 75 that they required. So it's below 75, but then it's above 44. So hence why he said cell DOM. So this one is above the 45. This one is above the 75. So since it's above the 75, it should say what? Traveler. So let's see if it will say traveler. So it's traveler. Also, this one is above the, okay, this one is below 75. It should say what? Cell DOM. So it's what? Cell DOM. So this one, these two are below. Okay, this one is equal to 44. So this one will be cell DOM, and then the last one will be what? Will be home body. So home body, because it is below what? It is below the 44. So it's below 44. So hence why he said home body. So this is how you do all these formulas. So I didn't want to make this video so long, but then that's how you, and then they say save the spreadsheet as question 10A traveler, and then print with rows and column heading. So if you don't know how to do this, just look at my previous videos. I talk about how to print with and without the rows and column headings. And then the continuation of this question paper, it talks about printing the formula sheet. So formula sheet, we know we go to formulas, and then we just show formulas, and then you need to hide what you need to hide. So just get yourself this question paper, and then do the rest of the questions yourself. If you don't know how to do some of those questions, just look at my previous videos. Some of my videos, I do talk about how you do your question 10B or 9B or your 7B, showing the formulas. I talk about that, and also the charts. So just revisit my previous videos on how to do some of that information. So I was doing this if function only because some of my students were asking me, please do us another video talking about if function and the VLOOKUP and the HLOOKUP. So hence why I tried and got this paper, and then I did this question paper. So this is it. I think this is where my video ends. So if this video was helpful to you guys, please do like and subscribe. Also share with others who you think might be interested in such a video. So from me to you guys, thank you for watching.